Good morning, children. Today we will discuss types of economic activities. Children, economic activities are subdivided into three categories: business, profession, and employment. Let's discuss them in detail. First type is profession. Profession is an occupation which involve application of specialized knowledge and skills for rendering service to the society and to earn a living. Children, it is an occupation, that is, the professionals undertake the practice of profession in order to earn a living, in order to earn income. It involves specialized knowledge and skills. If a professional want to undertake the profession, that person needs to have a certified degree in the field in which the person wants to carry on his profession. Like doctors, if they want to carry on practice in medicine, they need to have a certified degree in medicine. The lawyer, if he want to practice law, he needs to have a certified degree in law. Similarly, the chartered accountant, managers, they also need to have a certified degree in order to practice their profession. Next is for rendering service to the society. Children, professionals are meant to serve the society. This is a code of conduct for professionals that they first should serve the society. So their first motive is to serve the society as well as to earn a living. Professionals charge fee for their services, and examples may be medicine, law, chartered accountant. Let's see the features of profession. First, a specialized body of knowledge. Children, every profession has a specialized and systematized body of knowledge. That is, it is a particular area of discipline, a particular field of study which a person is required to learn. A person cannot be a professional if he doesn't learn this knowledge. Next is restricted entry. Children, entry to profession is allowed only to those who have completed prescribed education or passed a specified examination. Next is restricted entry. Children, entry to profession is allowed only to those who have completed a prescribed education and have passed a specified examination. That means a particular degree in that area is required, without which a person cannot carry on his profession. Next is formal education and training. A proper training is required for if a person wants to undertake a particular profession. He needs to acquire a prescribed degree and should undergo the prescribed training. For example, if a doctor wants to start his clinic, that doctor should have training in the field of medicine. Next is professional association. Every profession has its own association. A professional association is a statutory body. It is a legal body, and its membership is essential to every person whoever is carrying on that profession. For example, association of doctors, association of lawyers, association of managers. Next, service motive. Children, as you know that in case of profession, the first motive of the professional is to provide service to the society, and by providing service to the society, he also earns a certain amount of money in the form of fee. So the first motive of professional is to provide service to the society, and this is one of the code of conduct in case of profession. Next is code of conduct. Code of conduct are certain rules which are framed by professional association, and these rules are to be followed by everyone whoever wants to carry profession as an occupation. If a person does not follow those code of conducts, he will not be allowed to carry on his profession. Next is employment. Employment is an occupation. It is an economic activity where an employee works under an employer. Here, a person works under someone. When a person is working under someone, this will be employment in for wages or salary. That means the person does not work without charging any money, because if a person is working without charging money, then it will be non-economic activity and it cannot be a type of economic activity or employment. So the person works for wages or salary. Employee renders service as per employment agreement and it is non-transferable. Main features of employment are: employee is a person who works for others, and that person under whom the employee is working, that person is called the employer. An employee provides personal service. That means he provides his service to the employer. Next is there is a service agreement between employer and the employee. Employee has to follow all the conditions which are laid down by the employer, because he is working under the employer and employer is paying certain sum of salary to the employee. Next is the employee has to obey the orders of employer. Yes, he has to obey the orders of the employer because he is working under the employer. No capital investment is made by the employee. The employee does not make any capital contribution to the business, but he gets a salary by providing the service to the employer. The employee gets wages or salary for his service. The employer pays the salary or wages to the employee for the service which he is providing to the employer.